When you heard, what was your opinion of Wayne's response?
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was trash. It wasn't good.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Now the beat. How'd you feel about the track?
I didn't like that either. I didn't. Well,
I
you know
the
what?
beat was kind of chunky.
But you know what? No. But let me say this. I didn't like it for that type of record. Yeah, it wasn't.
Got you.
It wasn't that, and I didn't feel like in all honesty, man, I haven't said anything about it because I didn't think it was like good enough to respond to.
What I think is where they think that you went too far. I don't care. I don't care. Oh. There is no too far. I don't play like that. So that's why you don't play with me. Right.
That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
There is no too far.
Right.
It's not.
It's Kendrick. I am hearing that somebody went in the studio after they heard this album.
I wonder who that would be.
I'm hearing that.
Say it.
I'm hearing that somebody picked up the phone, tried to call and see what the energy was. I'm hearing that Kendrick didn't answer.
Well, he told us in his letter, I go without a phone for months anyway. Don't call my phone.
Yeah, but if I'm calling you rapper to rapper and you don't answer, it's like what Mark told Flip when they had
Yeah.
Now I'm going in the booth. You have until I get in that booth to hit me back.
I don't want to hit you back.
Don't.
Go in the booth. Go in the booth.
Let's stay there for a second.
Are we talking about Wayne?
Yes. I'm hearing that Wayne went in the booth.
Love Wayne.
Kendrick Lamar just set the internet on fire with his surprise album GNX. Out of nowhere, boom, dropped like a midnight earthquake. And while the whole project is making waves, there's one track, Waxed Out Murals, that's got everyone losing their minds. Midway through the song, Kendrick slips in a line that's already sparking headlines. I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Just like that, instant chaos. Fans are rewinding, dissecting, and debating what he meant. Now the big question, was that a subtle shot or a heartfelt confession? A lot of people think it's about Lil Wayne getting snubbed for the Super Bowl halftime show, a moment fans feel he's earned 10 times over. And now, that theory is tearing up timelines. But here's the twist. Lil Wayne didn't just stay quiet and let it slide. Nope. He fired back in his own way. And suddenly, we got a storm brewing between two rap giants. This isn't just music anymore. This is a cultural moment in real time.
When you heard, what was your opinion of Wayne's response?
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was trash. It wasn't good.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Now the beat. How'd you feel about the track?
I didn't like that either. I didn't. Well, you know
the
what?
beat was kind of chunky.
But you know what? No. But let me say this. I didn't like it for that type of record. Yeah, it wasn't.
Got you.
It wasn't that, and I didn't feel like in all honesty, man, I haven't said anything about it because I didn't think it was like good enough to respond to.
What I think is where they think that you went too far. I don't care. I don't care. Oh. There is no too far. I don't play like that. So that's why you don't play with me. Right.
That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
There is no too far.
Right.
Wayne didn't stay silent. He clapped back on X with cryptic posts that carried serious warning shot energy. No names, no tags, just enough to let Kendrick know. Tread carefully. And with that, the situation went from simmering to full boil in seconds. Then boom, Nicki Minaj and Birdman jumped in. Because of course they did. They couldn't just watch from the sidelines. They pointed straight at industry politics, blaming the behind-the-scenes game for the halftime show snub. And just like that, the internet went nuclear. Fans instantly split down the middle, some riding hard for Kendrick's grind, others pleading with Wayne to chill before things spiral out of control. But just when it looked like the dust might settle, nope, Pusha T decided to wade right into the chaos. And you already know, if Pusha's involved, things are about to get messy. This all traces back to September, when the NFL announced Kendrick as a 2025 Super Bowl headliner, right in New Orleans, Lil Wayne's home turf. For Kendrick, it was a massive win. For Wayne, a slap straight to the face. He took to Instagram, openly saying the decision hurt, that being overlooked in his own city, that cut deep.
First of all, I want to say forgive me for
the delay. The delay on, just the delay, I want to say, I had the first part, I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking. I must say thank you. I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love and the support out there. Your words turned into arms and they held me up when I tried to fall back. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. And for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that, but...
Then came November 22nd. Kendrick dropped GNX, and with it, waxed out murals. That's where he put everything on the table. And one line, it hit like a punch to the gut. Used to bump the Carter 3, I held my Raleigh chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Fans insisted it wasn't a diss, but the drama? Unstoppable. This didn't feel like some slick, sneaky jab. Nah, Kendrick's words cut deeper, like a personal reflection. He's basically saying he grew up idolizing Lil Wayne and the Carter 3, a project that shaped hip-hop. Now that he's at the top, it feels like he expected Wayne to show more love. But maybe that support just isn't there. That Raleigh chain line, on the surface, it's a flex, a symbol of how far he's come. But underneath, there's a bigger truth. Fame changes things. It can create distance between you and the people you once looked up to. And Kendrick? He fought for every inch of his spot. Nothing was handed to him. Don't get it twisted, though. Kendrick has always shown love to the culture. Back in 2016 on the Cove Tour, he called Lil Wayne the greatest. Not just for music, but for the culture he built around it. That respect was real. But this time, Wayne wasn't feeling it. The moment he heard that bar, he took it to X at 4 a.m. on November 23rd, with a post that stopped fans in their tracks. Man would say if I do, I'd just be chilling and they still come for my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me. But I shall destroy if disturbed on me. Love you. That post lit the timeline on fire. Some fans warned Wayne to chill, especially after seeing how Kendrick went nuclear on Drake earlier this year. One fan didn't sugarcoat it. Wayne's a legend, but let's be real, beef battles aren't his strongest lane. Kendrick's built for war. Another wrote, you cried over a halftime show you were never promised, just 'cause you felt entitled. People weren't holding back. Still, Wayne had his loyal supporters telling him to rise above it. One wrote, ignore him, my idol. You are bigger than this. But behind the scenes, the fire was still burning. Joe Budden even claimed Wayne reached out to Kendrick privately after GNX dropped, and Kendrick ghosted him. No reply. No explanation. Just silence. And according to Joe, Wayne was so heated he went straight into the studio. Now the whispers are growing louder. There might be a diss track locked and loaded, ready to drop any second. 8 o'clock too. And here's the twist. Joe Budden also hinted Drake once tried the same move earlier this year. He reached out, hoping to patch things up with Kendrick. And yeah, that went south fast. We all remember how that ended for Drizzy, and it was ugly to SO Let's Rewind. Kendrick versus Drake. This feud's been simmering for over a decade. They started as cool collaborators, buried a live interlude in 2011, Poetic Justice in 2012. But the peace didn't last. In 2013, Kendrick dropped that now legendary verse on Big Sean's Control, calling out nearly every rapper alive, including Drake, to step up. That's when the match got lit. Drake tried to play it cool in interviews, but those sly little jabs started creeping into his music. Fans caught them instantly. Then March 2024 hit, and Kendrick came swinging with like that. No subtlety. Everyone knew it was aimed at Drake. Drake fired back with push-ups, tailor-made freestyle, and the plot twist. But here's where it blew up in his face. Tailor-made featured AI-generated Tupac vocals. The Tupac estate came down hard, and the track got yanked from streaming almost immediately. Kendrick didn't stop. He dropped Euphoria and 616 in L.A., both savage. On 616, he went for everything. Drake's use of the N-word, his style, even his place in hip-hop. 6 straight minutes of surgical destruction. Drake answered with Family Matters, getting personal, alleging domestic drama, and taking aim at Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney Alford. Kendrick snapped back with Meet the Grahams, accusing Drake of hiding a child and shady business dealings. Then came the real nuke. Not Like Us, a scorched earth track accusing Drizzy of even more questionable behavior. The internet melted. Drake tried to salvage it with The Heart Part 6, telling his side. Some fans thought it was classy. Most thought it fell flat compared to Kendrick's hits. The scoreboard? All Kendrick. Not Like Us debuted at #1 on Billboard, the Compton rapper's 4th chart topper and first solo #1 since Humble. Meanwhile, Euphoria climbed a #3, and Kendrick wasn't just winning online. He took it to the stage at his pop-out concert in Inglewood. He performed like that in Euphoria Live. Then, in the ultimate petty move, flipped a lyric about Drake's 2-piece ring. Fans lost it. But the real mic drop? He performed Not Like Us 5 times in a row, turning it into a public victory lap. Drake, though, wasn't done. Word is, he went full legal mode, filing a lawsuit against Universal Music Group, claiming Not Like Us was defamatory. He accused UMG of giving Kendrick an unfair boost on Spotify, and even dragged iHeartRadio into it, hinting at a shady pay-to-play deal. Meanwhile, Kendrick's unfazed, already locked as the Super Bowl halftime headliner, one of the biggest stages on earth. But not everyone's clapping. Many fans are furious Lil Wayne got snubbed, especially with the game headed to New Orleans next year, Wayne's backyard. The loudest protesters? Drake, Birdman, and Nicki Minaj. Nicki went scorched earth on X, blasting Jay-Z, who co-produces a halftime show, for picking Kendrick over Wayne. She snapped. Denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game, you're punishing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the GOAT. She wasn't alone. Cameron joined in, hinting the snub was part of a long-running Cold War between Jay-Z and Wayne. And let's not forget, Wayne changed the game in 2009 when he signed Drake to Young Money. That move made history, and now it might be fueling one of rap's messiest power struggles yet. 1344-2. And now, that same history is pouring gasoline on this new fire. Kendrick heard all the noise, and he didn't let it slide on GNX. On the album, he called out the music industry for showing him fake love after his Super Bowl announcement, but he also made sure to salute the real ones. At the top of that list, Nas. The legend gave Kendrick his flowers on Instagram, writing, "Always inspired by my brother Kid, keeping the essence of this S***T alive and at the forefront. Salute." That's pure respect, and Kendrick made it clear he appreciated that kind of love. But it wasn't all flowers. Kendrick slipped in some sly shade too, aimed right at Snoop Dogg for reposting that wild AI-generated Drake diss. On the track, Kendrick joked he hoped it was just the edibles talking. Snoop, being Snoop, owned and replied on X, "Oh, yep, it was the edibles." Classic, and Nas isn't the only one in Kendrick's corner. Pusha T's been riding with him too. And let's be real, that might have everything to do with Pusha's decades-long Cold War with Lil Wayne. This beef is over 20 years old, and the craziest part? Wayne says he doesn't even remember how it started. So here's the quick tea. Back in the early 2000s, Pusha T was still with Clips alongside his brother, No Malice. In 2002, Lil Wayne and Birdman jumped on the remix of Clips' hit Grindin'. The duo returned the favor by featuring on Birdman's What Happened to That Boy. Both tracks were fire, both produced by the Neptunes, Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo. Then came the drama. According to Ebro Darden's 2018 Hot 97 breakdown, the Neptunes never got paid for those tracks. Yep, Birdman's rep for not cutting checks was already in full effect. After that, Pharrell cut ties with Cash Money completely. Later, Wayne asked Pharrell for some Billionaire Boys Club gear. Pharrell flat out said no, but Wayne still popped up wearing BBC drip anyway, in his Hustle music video, and even rock Bape on a 2006 Vibe cover. both signature Pharrell looks. And that sparked a whole new layer of beef. 1,700 hours, too. Clips wasn't about to let that slide. They fired back with Mr. Me Too, with Pharrell sliding in slick shots at people jacking their style. Fans didn't need a decoder. They knew it was aimed at Lil Wayne, who had been rocking Pharrell's signature bait fits without the green light. Wayne, he clapped right back. In a complex interview, he boldly claimed he was the one who made Bape hot, not Pharrell. That statement alone stirred the pot even more. Things cooled down for a while, but in 2012, Pusha T came swinging hard with Exodus 23:1. This time, he wasn't pulling any punches. He went directly at Wayne and the whole Cash Money empire, spitting the now iconic line. You signed to one N asterisk 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 that signed to another N asterisk 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 that signed to three N asterisk 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 S. Now that's bad luck. Brutal. Wayne wasn't staying quiet for that. He jumped on Twitter with a scorched earth post. F asterisk asterisk Pusha T and everybody that love him. Asterisk, and if that wasn't enough, he dropped the diss track Ghoulish, going extra hard with bars like, his head up is a asterisk, I'ma have to headbutt him. Asterisk, but Pusha, completely unbothered. He went on Hot 97 and trashed Wayne's diss, calling it horrible and trash without hesitation. The tension was far from over, and the rap world knew it. 1902-2. The beef cooled off for a while, until Kendrick's recent drama poured gasoline on it all over again. Now, Pusha T is riding hard for K. At a recent Revolt World panel in Atlanta, Pusha didn't mince words. He gave Kendrick his full flowers, praising him for keeping real lyricism alive in a game overflowing with watered-down music. When the panel asked about Kendrick's influence on hip-hop, Pusha lit up. He hyped his nostalgia collaborator, calling him a standard-bearer for the culture. And he made it clear, Kendrick's earned every bit of spot at the top. Pusha even gave a nod to the Super Bowl halftime show, calling a stage reserved for the truly elite. The message was obvious. Kendrick isn't just part of the conversation, he's leading it. And with Pusha in his corner, that energy only adds more heat to an already explosive situation. 2011-2. While Nicki Minaj, Birdman, and Cameron are still fuming over Lil Wayne getting snubbed for the halftime gig, Pusha T, he's sleeping just fine. In fact, he's proudly riding with Kendrick. And it makes sense when you remember they share the same rivals. Yep, Drake and Lil Wayne. Pusha made it crystal clear whose side he's on when he reposted a clip of Kendrick throwing slick shade at Drake, saying, you know, there's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Sound familiar? That a direct flashback to Pusha's own legendary 2018 takedown of Drizzy, the story of Adidon. That diss ended the beef with a mic drop, and Pusha still wears that one like a crown. He even spilled some tea about how it still haunts Drake. Every time I hear a subliminal in one of his songs, it just lets me know how deep it hurt him. It's been 4 years now, and we're still talking about it. I love it. Cold. And let's not forget, Kendrick threw his own shout-out to Pusha T in Euphoria. Call that Pushin' P, let me see you Pusha T. That bar wasn't just a nod. It was a salute to another battle rap warrior. Pusha was all in, calling Kendrick's diss an incredible display of battle rap. Straight up legendary. Pusha even admitted he doesn't believe in too far. If someone steps to him, it's no rules. He's going full savage mode and leaving no survivors. 2249-2. And Kendrick? He's built the exact same way. So if Lil Wayne really makes good on his threat to destroy K, this won't be some playful back and forth. It's going to be a lyrical bloodbath. 2 assassins in the booth. No safety nets. No rules. And no telling who's walking out standing and who's getting buried in bars. But just when you thought the drama peaked, nah, it's still heating up. Word is, Kendrick's not just prepping for the Super Bowl. He's reportedly lining up a full visual album rollout with GNX. Insiders say it's going to dive deeper into the stories behind the dices, name drops, layered symbolism, maybe even real-life footage. If that's true, he's about to make history and stir the pot even more. Meanwhile, Drake's been laying low, dropping cryptic Instagram stories, unfollowing half the industry. Some say he's plotting in silence. Others say he's retreating. Either way, Rumors are swirling that he's planning another Scary Hour style drop to snatch the narrative back before the year ends. And Lil Wayne? He's been spotted in the studio with his day ones, Manny Fresh, and even whispers of a J. Cole session. Fans are betting he's cooking up a full project that could carry his response to Kendrick. But here's the split. Some want Wayne to let it go. Others are begging for a full-on battle. One fan post even warned, if Wayne's coming for Kate, he better come correct. This ain't 2008 anymore. Nicki Minaj has gone quiet since her earlier blow-up, but don't count her out. With her own album rollout coming, she's been liking shady posts, low-key fueling the fire without saying a word. And Birdman? He dropped an IG photo of his hand holding a chess piece, captioned, "Play the board, not the player." Cryptic. But fans think it's a warning shot aimed at Jay-Z and Kendrick's camp, and so now the stage is set. Kendrick's at the top. Drake's licking his wounds. Wayne's loading up. And Pusha T? Sitting back with popcorn in hand. This is legacy warfare now. Way bigger than music. It's about who really runs the game in 2025. But what do you think? Can Wayne actually go bar for bar with Kendrick in 2025? Or is this battle already sealed? Is there room for redemption? Or is Cade too far ahead? Drop your take in the comments. Don't hold back. And yo, if you've been living for this chaos, just wait. The next video's even wilder. More behind-the-scenes tea, more industry power plays, more celebrity drama you won't believe. So do yourself a favor, like subscribe, smash that notification bell. And don't go anywhere. Click the next video right here. That one. Oh yeah, it's packed with even more celebrity chaos, untold secrets, and straight-up scandal you can't make up.